I'm Carol Eisenberg. I'm a lawyer at Richardson, Whitman, Large & Badger, and I represent professionals statewide in litigation and before their regulatory boards. Many doctors, nurses, dentists, other healthcare professionals, and other professionals will have to defend themselves before their regulatory boards because a patient or a client or even their own employer has filed a complaint. One of the first things I ask a client is whether they've purchased their own liability policy. I find that nurses especially have not done so because they assume if they work for a hospital that they're covered by the hospital's insurance. That's not always the case, especially if the hospital has made the provider report against them. It's very inexpensive for nurses to get that kind of insurance, and it will cover their legal fees if they have a board complaint. If you do have a board complaint, I strongly advise that you hire a lawyer to help you navigate that response. I work with my clients to help them tell their story in the best possible light, to provide the context and to demonstrate change where necessary to help the board reach the best possible outcome. Healthcare employers like hospitals are obligated to report to the regulatory boards of healthcare providers like nurses and doctors anytime they are disciplined or terminated or allowed to resign in lieu of termination because of an issue related to patient care or professional misconduct or clinical competence. A board reviewing a complaint is going to decide your ability to continue to work in your chosen field. They often dismiss complaints or dismiss them with a letter of guidance, but they can also discipline. And discipline can range from a very mild warning to probation or suspension, or in the most severe cases, termination of your license and your ability to do your work. You want to make sure the board hears your side of the story in the most compelling way possible. If you're a professional with a board complaint or litigation or questions about how this process works, give me a call. Carol Eisenberg at Richardson, Whitman, Large & Badger.